Good evening, Larson Heights, and welcome back to Bedtime Stories with Mrs. Schatzko. Tonight we are going to read Robert the Rose Horse by Joan Heilbroner and illustrated by P.D. Eastman. I really love the illustrations in this book. Robert was a happy little horse. He lived on a farm. He lived with his mother and his father. One day, Robert had a party. It was his birthday. All his farm friends came to the party. Look at them all bringing him presents. So nice. Robert looks like a pretty happy horse. They had a big cake. "Happy birthday, Robert," said all of his friends. "Happy birthday to you." The cake was very pretty. It had big red roses all around it. Robert liked those red roses. He put his nose right into one. He took a big, huge sniff. Then Robert got a funny feeling. His eyes began to itch. His nose began to itch. And then, what do you think is gonna happen? I don't know. When your eyes get itchy and your nose gets itchy. Kerchoo! Robert sneezed. What a sneeze! Up went his farm friends, up went the cake, up went the roses, and Robert fell down flat. His mother called the doctor. The doctor looked at Robert. "Say ah," said the doctor. "Ah," said Robert. "Aha," said the doctor. "I know what made him sneeze." Whoops, sorry, forgot to show you the picture. Whoa, getting all excited about continuing the reading. "I know I am right," said the doctor. "You will see. Here, Robert, take a little sniff." Robert put his nose into those roses. He took a little sniff, and his nose began to itch, and his eyes began to itch. Oh my gosh, what do you think's gonna happen? I have a pretty good idea. Kerchoo! Went Robert. Bang went the window. Bang went the door. Up went the roses, and the doctor fell down flat. "I was right," said the doctor. "Roses are very bad for you. There are too many roses on this farm. You must get away from them. You must go to the city." So Robert had to go. "Goodbye," he said to his mother and father. "I'll be all right in the city. I will find work. I'll find a good job." Robert did find a job in the city. He went to work for a milkman. He took the milkman and his wagon all around the city. It was a good job, and Robert was happy. Robert liked this kind of job. Then one day, a man walked right next to Robert. The man had a flower in his coat. Uh-oh. The flower in his coat was a rose. Uh-oh. A rose right under his nose. Robert got that funny feeling again. His nose began to itch. His eyes began to itch. And, oh, what do you think is gonna happen? Kerchoo! Went Robert. Crash went the wagon. Splash went the milk. Up went the milkman, and the man with the rose fell down flat. "Go away," the milkman told Robert. "You cannot work for me anymore." So Robert began to look for work again, but it was hard for a horse to find a job. He looked for many days. One day he saw some horses. They had people on them. "Say, I could do work like that," said Robert. "I will ask for a job." Robert went to the door. A man came out. "You look like a good horse," the man told Robert. "You can work for me, but you will have to work hard. You will have to do everything you are told." So Robert went to work. He did just as he was told. When he was told to go slow, he went slow. When he was told to go fast, he went fast. Robert did everything he was told. "I like this work," Robert said, "and I am going to keep this job." Then one day, he took a woman for a ride. Everything was going well, but all at once. "Look," the woman said. "Look at those pretty roses. I want those roses. Robert, take me over there at once." Uh-oh, what do you think's gonna happen? I don't know. What could Robert do? He had to do as he was told. He took the woman to the roses. Again, he got that funny feeling. His nose began to itch. His eyes began to itch. And, I don't know. I think maybe some bad things are gonna happen. "Kerchoo!" went Robert. Away went the wagon, away went the flowers, up went the woman, and the flower man fell down flat. Once more, Robert was out of a job. Robert had to look for work again. He looked and looked. Fathers had to work, mothers had to work. Everyone had some kind of work, but there were not many jobs for a horse. Everybody working there? Robert walked and walked, and he looked and he looked. Then, at last, Robert saw something. I don't know, what do you think he's gonna see? I'm really excited. He saw a job he could do. He could be a police horse. "I will go in. I will ask for the job," he said. When Robert came out, he was a police horse. He was a good police horse. He did all kinds of police work. Look at the kinds of police work he's doing. He's helping little children cross the road. He's making sure all the kittens are safe. He's a very good police horse. One day, Robert worked on Bank Street. Some men came down the street, 3 men. One of them had a black bag. They went into the bank. Robert did not see them. They don't look like very good men to me. I don't know. Then, all at once, someone called out, "Help! Police! Help!" Robert looked around. He saw the 3 men. They were robbers. Bank robbers. The robbers ran right at Robert. They ran right over him, and away they went. Robert got up fast. He had to stop those robbers, but how? How could he do it? And then Robert saw a rose. It was not a big rose, but it was a rose. Robert began to think. He began to think fast. See the rose? It's on top of the little girl's head. Robert went over to that rose. He put his nose right into that rose. He took a sniff, a big sniff, and he began to get that old funny feeling. His eyes began to itch. His nose began to itch. And then Kerchoo! Robert sneezed. Never was there a sneeze like it. Away went the cats, away went the hats, up went the dogs, down came the birds, bang went the guns, up went the black bag, and the robbers fell down flat. The next day, there was a party. It was for Robert. His mother and father came, his farm friends came, the doctor came, the policeman came too. Then one of them got up. "Robert," he said, "I have something for you." "Roses," yelled the doctor. "Hold on to your hats. Here come a sneeze. Robert will sneeze us all to Chicago." Oh my gosh, they're all scared to death. Robert took a little sniff. His nose did not itch. His eyes did not itch. Then Robert took a big sniff. He did not get that funny feeling. The big kerchoo had done it. Robert at last was all sneezed out. And roses never made Robert sneeze again. Have a wonderful evening, Larson Heights, and keep soaring with the eagles. I cannot wait to see you all tomorrow.